Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman and Robin, Aquaman, Black Vulcan, Samurai, Apache Chief, El Dorado. Together they form the world's greatest force, dedicated to truth, peace, and justice for all mankind. These are the Super Friends.
Terry, that was the Super Friends. We're talking about Justice League. Hi, my name's Harry Kirby, and this week's video is going to be slightly different. With the upcoming release of Justice League, I wanted to make my case for why Justice League, the animated series, is the greatest superhero show ever made. Justice League, the animated series, was exec produced by Bruce Timm, the legendary animator and producer behind Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series. The show starred 7 key League members: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl and the Martian Manhunter. It ran from 2001 to 2004 and then became Justice League Unlimited and introduced a huge roster of heroes and villains. So why is an animated show from the early 2000s the greatest superhero show ever made? I'm going to tell you. I feel like Justice League captures the personalities of the core heroes perfectly. Batman is shown as being dark and brooding and is often in conflict with the other League members because he doesn't work well in a team. Sometimes he's not even in episodes because he's off doing his own thing.
Humiliated you, brainwashed you, wound you up like a tin soldier and turned you loose against Earth. Cry me a river.
Superman is a light of hope in this show, as he should be, and is a moral compass for the team. Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl are powerful and strong-willed. And in my opinion, this is the best version of The Flash that's ever been put to screen.
Why are you here?
Oh, right. 'Cause it's Flash Appreciation Day?
They went with the Wally West version of The Flash for this show, and being the youngest member of the League, he's brash, cocky, but also provides a lot of the comedy of the show and is the real heart of the League. And watching this version of The Flash growing up made me want to go out and buy all the Flash comics that I could, which I did.
Tell me the truth, Ralph. Do I seem immature to you?
Not in the least.
I bopped your block off!
That's not fair. The green guy's arms are longer.
Are not?
These core character personality traits being right led to some amazing relationship moments between the different characters. We see the opposing ideas and ideologies of Batman and Superman, but also their respect for each other. We see the love interest between Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. We see the friendship between Green Lantern and the Flash. You see the spark between Wonder Woman and Batman. And they've taken these relationships from the comic books and they've expanded upon them here in the show. So across the 4 seasons, we get some really amazing moments between the characters.
I believe in second chances. I believe in redemption. But mostly, I believe in my friends.
Other superhero shows often have cameos from other heroes and villains, but Justice League, and especially Unlimited, has an absolutely ridiculous amount of heroes and villains featured. And a lot of these characters I'd never heard of before watching the show. So that led me to want to go and buy comics to find out more. I'm not going to even pretend to be able to remember all of these, so here are a list of just some of the heroes and villains that sharpen the show. Green Arrow, Hawk and Dove, Booster Gold, The Question, The New Gods, Dr. Fate, Vigilante, Black Canary, The Atom, Captain Atom, Stargirl, Wildcat, Red Tornado, Supergirl, Gorilla Grodd, Darkseid, Brainiac, Lex Luthor, Amazo, Joker, Copperhead, Doomsday, Felix Faust, Mordred, Solomon Grundy, and the list goes on. And not only have you got all these heroes and villains, but they're put in stories taken from some of the greatest comic book runs of all time. So if you're a comic book fan or just a DC fan, this is pure gold. Now let's talk about the action. The action is amazing. Obviously it's animated, so they can do a lot more than they can do in the live action, and they use that to its full potential. There's way too many great moments of action for me to talk about them all, but a few highlights are Superman versus Captain Marvel, Superman versus Captain Atom, The Flash versus a kind of Lex Luthor Brainiac hybrid, and then Superman versus Darkseid in one of the final episodes is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
With this action, the show actually dealt with some quite serious and adult themes, with some episodes being genuinely emotional. Just one good example is an episode called For the Man Who Has Everything, which shows Superman tricked to thinking he's back on Krypton with his wife and his son, and then he has that all taken away from him. And even as an adult watching that episode, really gets me.
I've watched every step, every struggle. But Vanna, Rao, help me. But I don't think you're real. I don't think any of this is real.
Don't say that, Daddy.
Compared to modern superhero shows, Justice League was actually pretty progressive, with female characters often being at the centre of storylines. So you had key characters like Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl, but you also had female heroes like Black Canary, Stargirl and Huntress at the centre of storylines, which I think is pretty cool. And overall, you can just feel the passion and love that went into this show. A lot of current shows have kind of got to that point where they're a bit stale, whereas Justice League and Unlimited kept it fresh by constantly introducing new heroes, new characters, new storylines, and at the end of the day, isn't being introduced to these cool, amazing heroes what it's all about. Obviously, it goes without saying that my score for this show is a Kirby classic. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think this is the best superhero show ever made? Or do you think there are others that are better? Let me know down in the comments. Also, feel free to subscribe and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos on the channel. I usually end my videos with a comedy clip, but this time I'm going to end it with a clip of The Flash from Justice League Unlimited, which I think is one of the coolest superhero moments I've ever seen.